G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video we're looking at the Memorial Dragonstone. So they've been handed out throughout parts of the day, so everyone should have theirs by now, and they have made quite a few changes here. So as you can see, they have added in a lot of the yellow coin allies. Are they worth purchasing? Probably not really. But still, handy to have that option if you did want to use them. They're 200 each. And then we do have all of the Dokkan Fests up to the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Int Fat Boost. You can see we've got Roshi, Rose, Topo, like everyone as we scroll on down. And each of these guys are 150 of the Memorial Dragonstones. Now, personally, I don't really think that they're worth grabbing with your 150. Are we really gacha players if we're not gambling? And by doing so, you can grab all of these tickets here. You can see I can get 305. I just had a look before. That is up by 75 on last year for me. So clearly I was a bit naughtier with my spending habits, which is probably not a good thing. But you can see we can also grab a lot of these options here with the redstones. You can get the redstones from the Purunga Dragon Balls, so that gives you access to like a lot of the older Super ECAs that we have gotten so far. Definitely wouldn't use it on packs like this, but maybe if you're lacking AGL Rose or physical Blue Vegito, if you like Omega's team, getting STR Omega could be really good. So there definitely is options that you could pick amongst that. But for this, when I'm going to go in here, I'll get rid of that notification because that type of thing annoys me. And one of the unfortunate changes that they've made is that it's just one banner here. We don't have the ability to do 50 ticket summons, so it is literally just a slow grind getting through all of these. What makes it even worse is the fact that nothing's guaranteed. I would much rather have gone through and done 650 ticket summons where we know that at least there is a guaranteed SSR in the last slot or something like that. I only have 321 tickets, which compared to the bigger whales is not going to be that high of a number. And even for me, if we do the quick math there, that's going to be like 45 7-ticket summons. So yeah, it seems very excessive. I'm not sure why they've made this change. To be honest, if you had one of the Dokkan Fest that you didn't have in that shop there, maybe you buy them and then use the rest of the tickets for summons, depending on how many you've got. But in terms of overall value, I think it probably is more worthwhile to go in and do these summons. Not that it looks like it from what I'm showing you guys so far, as we are yet to get a single SSR. Maybe the one guaranteed is better off. There we go. So we've got our first combo, and there you go. We've got a fusion. It's base, so that should mean that we are still able to get. I'm interested. Like, if this was a yellow coin banner, that would mean that it is an LR, but because this is just a I think it should just mean a featured unit. So we end up with, that's the Int Ginyu Force, I can already tell. I don't think he's rainbowed, so very handy in terms of getting dupes. And I always do love these free summons. Remember that these are quite literally just free summons, so you can't get too up in arms if you don't get anything that you really need. Wow, back to back. Because yeah, this is just a really good way to fill out dupe paths, is how I think of it. And then when you've got all those dupe paths filled, if you pull that unit during a major celebration, it means that you are able to I think he's already rainbowed, but obviously you then are able to trade for coins. The more coins you're able to get, the quicker you can go into your pity. And yeah, so I do think that banners like this do hold a lot of use. On a personal level, I don't have Tech Android Saga Trunks. There we go, we've got another one coming in here. So getting him or the the Int Harudigan would also be really useful. I don't think that Int Vegeta is actually rainbowed. What would be cool is if they brought in some type of exchange here, where if you say pulled a unit that you did have rainbow, maybe you could trade it for another ticket or something along like those lines. That would be would be pretty cool. But I think this is going to be our cooldown here. I'll probably go for a few more minutes, do some more of these summons, and then I'll do the rest of them off screen. You guys don't. I can't imagine you guys want to watch 6 billion of these. When a lot of them are just going to be straight SS or straight SR. I wish they were straight SSRs. So yeah, well, we got a screen crack here, so there's something coming in. As I said, Harudigan would actually be really handy as well. Wow, the fact that that gets you a screen crack's crazy. Yeah, an int Harudigan would be pretty handy because maybe you need a last slot dodging movie bosses unit, and then I'd be able to throw him on the team there. That could be cool. I'm expecting movie bosses to get a bunch of buffs during this celebration. Why are we only pulling LRs? 3 out of our 4 have been LRs. And I'm only talking about featured units there. He well and truly rainbowed that Spirit Bomb absorbed Goku. We did have Vegeta there, but no fusion. So, yeah, no fusion equal no bueno. So we'll click through Speedy Gonzalez mode. I feel sorry for the people in this that have got like thousands of tickets or over 1,000 tickets, because if you're going straight for the banner, you are going to be spending hours on this. This is the type of thing where they could implement a skip button. Maybe if they didn't want to do skips for your actual paid multis, I can definitely understand that. But something like this, having auto skips for 7 tickets, they could have at least done 10 for us, so it's a slightly quicker. Solo Dolo, bang. Yes. Who else do I need? I think I could use dupes. I could use dupes for a lot of these TURs. So, oh, there you go, double crack. So we are getting another featured unit, and he is unfortunately not one of those units that I could use dupes for. So, isn't that funny that out of all the units on this banner, I think I've pulled one. Oh no, I could use. I think I needed one more for the int Ginyu as well. So maybe I've pulled 2 useful dupes. There's 6 billion units on the banner. A lot of the newer banner units too. So I definitely wouldn't complain about getting a few of those guys, because I'm just really looking for units to link level. If you saw my summons earlier for the new Golden Frieza and Gogeta, I did actually pull like 4 units that I didn't have, so that was sick because I've now got them to link level. And because I'm nearly at E, there we go, we're getting the featured. I wonder if that means an LR, but it does mean that I'm getting closer to that 5 million number. Oh, that's an interesting one. I wonder if they're rainbow. They're definitely not rainbowed, so that's cool. At least I don't think they're rainbowed. Or have I rainbowed them recently? Yellow coin LRs are so hard to tell because realistically, you're just going hard on the summons for your carnival banners, and then you just unknowingly pull dupes of yellow coin LRs, and it's sort of like a bit of a disappointing moment because you don't really care about the yellow coin LRs because you're going for your AGL Super Saiyan 3/4 Goku. You're going for your physical KO and Caulifla when their double rates banner did drop. Funny seeing Whis here when we know that it's literally impossible to get a Whis animation because there is no new unit for us on the banner. Physical KO. Yeah, see, like if we were able to send all of these unfeatured SSRs that we get here, trade them off for like 1 ticket, I feel like that would be a pretty cool idea. Because everyone's ending up with 1 billion units that they've probably already got rainbowed or don't need, and that could at least give them like a bit of purpose instead of me just ending up with 6 billion bubble points that I'm going to have by the end of this, as well as the fact that it's going to take me 17 years to actually clear out all of these from my box. But what we'll do is we'll keep going until we get one more featured unit, and then I will pull the pin here. So we had Fat Boo come in and ruin it with Krillin. That means that this is probably a wash. Compare, nothing. So far, we've burnt through about 120 odd tickets. Been a little bit since we've seen a combo, which is always a bit depressing. I guess I used up all my summoning luck this morning anyway when the Gogeta banner did drop. So he's unfeatured. I want a featured SSR to finish this off. Come on, game. Give me like a, I don't know, Tien and Chiatsu or a Krillin by himself or someone. Just give me something, game, please. Amatsu, I'm begging you. Let this video end. Nobody wants to watch me pulling SR characters. As we literally just get the all SR multi. Starting to wish I had have only just forked out the 150. There we go. We got a 17 and 18 combo. We go into the fusion in base, so we do have a chance to get a TUR, and hopefully it's a Viridian or Tech Super Saiyan Trunks, so that we can level up those bad boys links. But it is STR Bojack, who is, of course, one of the units that I do have rainbow there. But anyway, I'm going to pull the pin there. I'll do the rest of these off cam so you guys don't get stuck watching. But let me know if you bought units or whether you summoned down below, and let me know who you got with those. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.